Hi everyone, welcome back. In this video, we are going to be talking about the game Box Island. This is a story-based coding adventure game that introduces kids to the basics of computer programming. It is free, it's a free download, though there are in-app purchases, and it's available for iPads and Apple products as well as Android. So in this game, there are two versions. There's Box Island and then the Hour of Code. We're going to start with Box Island, and then we'll move over to the Hour of Code. So I already created a character. When you go on here, you'll be able to type in your name. So you can create multiple characters. If you wanted to choose a different nickname, you could do that. Okay? We're going to hit go. As you can see, I've done a few of them already so I can show you guys the different levels. We're going to start with level 1 because I want to show you guys the very basic. And then I'll show you kind of the middle and then where it ended up on level 8. Okay, so in this game, it's a story-based game. Hero is the little blue box. And they were traveling by hot air balloon when, a pigeon, rips a hole in their hot air balloon, and Hero's friend gets captured and taken, he just kind of falls, really, into the middle of a volcano. So we need to help Hero's friend and rescue him. Okay, so we're going to use coding to do that. Help me win the level by collecting 3 stars. So in this game, it's very basic. Again, it's click and drag, very similar to Daisy the Dinosaur and Code Carts, but I would argue that this gets progressively harder quicker. And I would also say that it's better as the next level. So when you finish Daisy the Dinosaur, if you finish Code Carts, you might want to try this one out. So we start by just moving things forward. Again, click and drag. We have the icons on the left, very similar to Code Carts. We click and drag it into under the start button. Yeah, you would click the start in order to have Hero move. Okay, we were successful. Okay. So that would be that. And the first 4 to 5 of these are super basic, just teaching you how to move something across, what you would need to do. However, let's go to 6. This would be the first one that you would do that you kind of have to think through. There are obstacles in this game. It's a little different than Code Cart and Daisy the Dinosaur in that you have actual things in your way and you have to think through how you're going to solve them. The red boxes are your opponents, basically. They can stop you. The boxes, you can move them by pushing into them. So we can use this box to push out of our red box, who would be our opponent in this case. So we're going to move to the left, and then we're going to move forward, forward, and forward. Let's see what happens. 1, 2, 3. We pushed him out so that way we can collect the stars. Ta-da! So there's a little bit of problem solving in this that I think doesn't exist in the other 2, because they were just basic, move this over to do something. Now you have to think through the problem. The best example is level 8. Okay, so we have a box off to the right who's sleeping on top of some shells, but then this box has a laser beam. Now, I'm going to show you what happens if we hit into the laser beam. We're going to go forward, we're going to go forward. Oh no! He vaporized us, but don't worry, we materialized in the same spot. Okay, so that's not going to work. In order to get rid of something, you just click and drag and throw it out into the trash bin. So we need to think through this now with a new set of coding, but now it becomes like a game. We have to solve this problem. We have to stop him from getting to us. So the best way is to move the box forward. And now it stops him from getting to us. So we moved it forward, then we need to move it right, and then forward again, and then we can go left a couple of times, or right rather, a couple of times. Let's see what that does. So now we're protected by the box. And if we go forward one more time, we'll be successful. So again, this is a little bit more challenging. This is a step that we didn't have to do in the other 2 games. So it takes it a step further thinking through a problem. And trying to come up with solutions. So that is the kind of the storyboard arc of this game. And you'll see when we win something, it'll go towards a gate up higher where every set of stars will lower that. Where you see the green door, that's where you would have to buy. So we'll click on that, and that's where you would add in order to keep going. So there are in-app purchases, however, the very beginning is a really good primer and a good step in the right direction after you've completed Daisy the Dinosaur and code cards. So let's go back. So another option for those of you who might want to just have the complete game is to go with Hour of Code. Hour of Code has options, which I really like. You have 6 to 8, 9 to 11, 12 plus. Based on what I've looked at, they are slightly different in that the 12 plus is going to get harder quicker. So let's play that. And as you can see, some of these are I've already played through. The very beginning one is almost identical to the beginning of what we just learned. Again, moving forward, learning about sequencing. And I'm just going to go back because we kind of already did that. But let's look at level 6. And now we're dealing with a new level. In this case, this is new. It has already a bunch of rights locked in. So if you were to hit play, it would already do these. These were already created. Now you have to think like, oh wait, that's already there. What do I need to do now? Well, you just need to go forward, forward, and to the right. And there you go. In the other versions that are geared for 6 to 8 or 9 to 11, this might take our little box a little longer to get to this stage because it's geared for the slightly younger. And now we're dealing with something that's more difficult. We already saw these kinds of monsters that will vaporize us if we see them, so we have to think through this problem. Well, I know that the boxes are going to be huge. Okay, so I stopped that, and then maybe I need to move to the right and hit that box. Let's see. You can always play through. Okay, well what am I going to do? I need to get to there. Now that's going to be helpful. But then I'm going to need to go down and around, right? And I think I'm going to need to go this way one more time. Let's play this out. Ta-da! And now I need to just go straight 2 more times, and we are good. So this was a really big problem solve. I had to really think about that for a second, and I'm doing it pretty quickly, too. A child may have to take several times to, kind of get that one. But that was way harder than the last one we just dealt with. So, clearly, the 12 and up version is going to get harder quicker. Okay, so that's the Hour of Code. You have 20 activities until the very end, and it should take you roughly an hour. But you can try the 6 to 8, to 9 to 11, and 12 plus. That's what's great about this game. You can try each thing over and over again to kind of get familiarity and comfort before you move on. So that's one of the things that's great about this game. So the only thing that I didn't love about this game was that the explanations are not, the whole design is so that there's not a lot of instruction. Kids have to figure things out on their own. And that works for some kids, but not everyone. So, that's something to note. If your child needs a little bit more instruction, perhaps this is not the best game, or you can give it a try, or maybe they'll just need somebody to help them a little bit. So, but what I do like is that it has more of a problem-solving aspect to it than some of the other games. But we hope that you guys enjoyed this little video, and we'll be back with some more in just a bit.